Hi, welcome to the Plainville Historical Commission's first history video. Ever wonder why Plainville was originally called Slacksville? Ever wonder why Dedham and Wrentham both claim original ownership over Plainville? What about our connection to the King Philip's War? Here these questions will be answered, so sit back and enjoy. First off, Massachusetts boasts some of the oldest communities in the nation. In Norfolk County, which is made up of 28 towns, can easily claim ownership over this honor. Norfolk County was officially incorporated into the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in 1793, and Weymouth, Dedham, and Braintree are three of the earliest communities of the country. These first three would quickly be followed by communities like Medfield, Milton, and Wrentham in that order. Despite coming in second in the chronological order chain, Dedham is considered by many to be the mother town of Norfolk County. Incorporated in 1636, Dedham was the town surrounding communities looked to for support, especially as the Indian Wars, known as King Philip's War, began to gain steam 40 years later in 1675. At the General Court holden at Newtown on September 2, 1635, it was ordered that there shall be a plantation settled about 2 miles above the falls of the Charles River, on the northeast side thereof, to have ground lying to it on both sides of the river, both upland and meadow, to be laid out hereafter as the court shall appoint. This was the original grant of Dedham, which at the time included what would later become the town of Wrentham. According to the records that are available, and a local legend, the first settler of what is now Plainville was an Indian, one of King Philip's braves by the name of Michinamook. In 1674, Michinamook petitioned for a grant of land and was given a few acres near Great Springs at the head of the 10-Mile River at Patton's Line. In all probability, this is what is now called Fuller's Dam. Plainville was officially settled in 1661 as part of Dedham. In 1678, control was transferred to Wrentham. During the early years of the town, it was called Slacksville, but not from any lack of energy. It was from the fact that Mr. Benjamin Slack was the largest landowner at the time. Slacksville contained about a dozen houses at the time, and some of these are still standing today and look pretty good for their age of over 200 years. Among these old houses is the Benjamin Slack House. It was once used as the Plainville Public Library until 1988, when the new public library opened its doors just down the street. At that time, the Historical Commission took over, and it has been the home of the Plainville Historical Commission since then. It is also known as the Humphrey House, and that nickname is affectionate by locals. Plainville would become incorporated as its own town in 1905, becoming the last town in Norfolk County to be incorporated, making it the youngest of the 28 towns on paper, but one of the oldest as far as settlement is concerned. Well, that's all for us today. Please be on the lookout for more videos about the history of Plainville coming from this channel. Feel free to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Let's help keep our town's wonderful history alive and ready for future Plainville residents to explore. If you have any questions about the history of Plainville you'd like us to explore in future videos, or if you have any specific questions about this video and the history of Plainville discussed here, leave them in the comments below. Take care, and until next time, this is the Plainville Historical Commission signing off.